learn how to make this really cute doll hairstyle in a way which I came up with today. Here's the doll without any hair. I wanted to try a chain style with adding individual strands. I chained about 70 and then I started adding the individual strands. Now I'm going in between the little braided area that your chain looks like, and this isn't, yeah, like this stuff. And I am sewing it down to the head on the hairline that I made, and then I'm bringing it back over again to make sure that we don't really see it and it looks more like a hairline. I'm doing that all the way around the head with all of that chain. Here's what it looks like when it's going across the front. I'm going up and down in between that top stitch. With acrylic yarn, you can't really tell on plush where it's placed, so that's really nice. I'm going up and down through that V-stitch of the chain, and it's looking more like a hairline. I'm planning on going around the head and then continuing to wrap it around so that it goes all over the inside of the scalp. So that worked out pretty well. I went all the way around the head in a circle shape, and then I kept going. So then I spiraled it around on top of the head. Now I'm going to decide how I want to style it. I started with a smaller bun. This is my first time doing hair like this. And I would have probably gone with a bigger bun at first, but since this is my first time, I wasn't sure how it would work out, so I did start with a smaller bun. I did put some of the hairs through as much as I could, and then I was figuring out that this was too much hair in the back. I folded the hair across the top and back one more time and did one more knot with a loose piece of yarn. I trimmed up the back because it was just too much hair. I'm going to secure with some hot glue that's fabric, like intended for fabric. And I used some of the hairs to fill in wherever I saw some bald spots that was already attached to the head. I didn't get anything new or anything like that. And I always like sewed down in different directions. I'm gonna take all the excess yarn after that. So now the hair is finished and I'm really pleased with how it turned out. Next time I think I would leave a hole in the top of my work. I wouldn't do a magic circle. I would just do a chain and connect and actually leave a hole in the head, because then what I could do is shove that big piece inside and make it more secure as more of a yarn creation instead of have to use glue and then worry about it getting pulled out. But for my very first try of doing something that I created in my own design and way, I think that turned out really, really cute. She needs some arms and a face and everything, but this one is almost done. What do you think?